Hi, I'm Maddie and I live, work and play with plants. I think plants are amazing because they provide us with food to eat, fibre to wear, fuel to burn and materials to make shelter with. Plants also find food, defend themselves from attack, reproduce and communicate amongst themselves, all without being able to move around or run away like we can. But the most impressive thing plants do is use photosynthesis to turn light, carbon dioxide and water into sugars to feed themselves and ultimately to feed us too. I became a plant scientist because I wanted to learn more about plants and do a practical job that helps farming to be more profitable and sustainable. My current role is to work with scientists, farmers and businesses to support and reward farmers for taking good care of their plants and animals, soil and water. This is good for farmers and it's also good for us. For example, healthy soils with lots of plants reduce erosion and provide clean water as well as food and shelter for animals. But how did I get here? As a kid, I loved nature, but I had no idea that I'd become a scientist or spend so much time working with plants. I also loved books and languages, art and craft, and I was a gymnast for many years. So I spent a lot of time doing it all. I studied French, literature, and history and philosophy of science at university, as well as plant biology. And I always keep up the gymnastics where I can. But eventually, I chose to do a PhD in plant sciences and become a professional plant appreciator. I worked in the lab and in the glasshouse and in the field, all kinds of places. There are so many options for careers in STEAM. So, my advice is to stay curious like this penguin chick trying to catch snow in its mouth. Even though I now call myself a plant scientist, I draw on my language skills and broad interests to help communicate my science and the bigger picture to a wide range of people. I really enjoy this creative element of my work, and I love connecting with people and sharing my passion for plants and science. I also think it's a really important part of going from research results to real-world impact and benefits. My last project at CSIRO was working on cotton. The aim of the project, which my colleagues are continuing, is to engineer cotton plants to make fibres with new and unique properties. This would give us naturally renewable and naturally biodegradable alternatives to polluting plastic-based artificial fibres. Getting to solve problems in new and innovative ways is one of the most exciting things about working in science. For this project, the team is trying to combine the best of natural and artificial fibres to create new crops that will benefit farmers, consumers and the environment. First off, we wondered whether we could create cotton shirts that don't need ironing. Cotton is breathable and really nice to wear, but it gets much more wrinkled than shirts made from polyester. So how do we go about doing this? Well, we know that each cotton fibre is one really long, thin cell surrounded by a cell wall that's made up of mostly one type of building block. So we introduced a new, stretchy building block into the cotton fibre to see if we could make the fibres crease resistant. This takes a lot of teamwork, time and patience, so we don't know if we've succeeded yet. But maybe, just maybe, this is an image of the world's first wrinkle-free cotton fibres with the anti-wrinkle building block coloured pink. The second thing we tried to do in this project is to make cotton fibres naturally coloured, so we don't need to use chemical dyes. And if we can make coloured cotton, we might be able to do other things like add a natural sunscreen to the fibres. So, first, we identified a way to tell these leaves to make pink and orange as well as green, and then we transferred this process into cotton. Again, this takes a long time. As you can see, these blobs are a long way from turning into coloured plants. But one of my dreams is to see a field of pink cotton one day. There are so many opportunities for careers in STEM, and we need diverse people working in these fields to help solve the problems of the world. I encourage you to come along to find out more about science, technology, engineering, arts and maths at one of the It Takes a Spark or YES conferences around Australia in 2021. I'll be speaking live at the Melbourne conference, so I hope to see some of you there.